So hi there, we are Karen and Neil, and we are the Private Label University. We want to talk to you about the biggest mistakes that product entrepreneurs make that could actually cost them their business. So the first thing that's really important, and what we see a lot of entrepreneurs not really knowing, is really knowing their numbers.
So you really have to take into consideration, and actually no, not just consider, but actually know all your costs, your marketing costs, your Amazon fees, your eBay fees, shipping costs. Landed costs is different from just factory costs. So shipping as a merchant, samples that you're ordering, discounts and promos, all these must be considered as your cost to really know your numbers.
So you have to really make sure that you're considering all this and you know exactly what it's going to cost you. Another thing to really consider is make sure you know how much inventory you actually need, because one of the biggest mistakes that we've seen is ordering too much inventory.
A lot of people get very excited. The first few sample shipments sell very quickly. So right away, they get excited and they place an order for 5,000 or 10,000 pieces. And then within that time frame, they may have a lot more stiff competition because the length of time to produce that. Or they don't really gauge how many they really can sell per week or per month, and they're stuck with far too much inventory.
And also keep in mind, if you are selling on Amazon and you're sending your inventory FBA to the warehouse, if it's sitting there for longer than 6 months, you will be charged for warehousing it there as well, which is, again, make sure you know your numbers, an extra charge there. So another issue that we have seen is underestimating the shipping and the duty charges.
You really have to know your exact shipping and duty costs. Now, shipping charges may vary depending on the actual product itself and all the regulations and stipulations surrounding that product and importing that product. It's also important to know your duties from the tariff codes. So you have to align yourself with a good customs broker who's able to do this. Don't just guess, don't assume what the duties will be. You really want to know what that duty is going to be classified as, again, so you will know your exact cost.
And another mistake we see is when entrepreneurs don't really know what could potentially go wrong in order to avoid it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could go wrong when importing. There could be delays. There could be packaging delays. There could be delays at getting your products or your shipments to the port. You really want to make sure that the lead time is set up properly to make sure that you're going to receive your shipment on time or within a timely manner.
So that actually takes us to the next common mistake that we see. Are you being realistic with your lead time? Are you taking into consideration the holidays or any holdups?
There's a lot of holidays, not just on the American side or the North American side, which will delay shipments because customs will close down for a lot of the major holidays, as well as overseas, in the country you're importing from. There's various holidays that are different from North American holidays, and you have to be prepared because they will shut down anywhere from 2-3 days, sometimes to 2 or 3 weeks, and there's not going to be any shipments that are being exported from those shipping companies.
And also outside of the holidays, check out our last video that we had with regards to the G20 event.
G20 Summit, correct, where there's, again, other delays that a lot of importers and people in the physical product industry are not aware of.
And I love the next one because it affects us so much. We see this so much in our business. It's not proofreading. That's
right. You really have to check and proofread all the labels, all the carton labeling of every product you import. It would be an awful thing if you arranged for 5,000 pieces of an item and there happened to be a major spelling mistake on those labels, especially if it's going to FBA, because they'll take a look at it and they won't ship it. Or people will receive your product and look at the label and say, wow, doesn't this person or doesn't this company know how to spell? They've made a drastic error on the spelling, and it could affect your business or really shed a bad light or a poor light on your company if it is spelled incorrectly.
And I want to talk a little bit about a common mistake not going beyond the Amazon pay-per-click. So if you are selling on Amazon, I know that, it's really important to make sure that you're using the Amazon pay-per-click advertising to help sell your product, but you need to really step it up and go beyond that. You need to look at social media, you need to look at blogs and using better keyword searches and incorporating video. And when I'm talking about social media, I'm saying get out onto Facebook, join groups, let other people know about your product. Write about your product and all the benefits that your product may do. I mean, for example, if you're in the kitchen industry or in the cooking, you're selling something, say, cooking related, then do a blog with recipes or something based around cooking. Something that's going to bring people from outside of Amazon into your product and introduced to your product. So think beyond just the Amazon pay-per-click. And again, this is something that we talk a lot about, not only how to really use Amazon pay-per-click to your advantage, but also how to go beyond that. Another mistake that we see often is, when is the right time to actually add a new product?
There's many times of the year when your product may be selling a lot better. And that's the time when you really want to jump on the bandwagon to introduce new products, because people are always looking for add-ons. If you're being very successful in the physical product business, selling a product on many online platforms, then you want to take advantage. Your customers are happy with your product, so why not introduce a new product? So really, when is the best time? You really have to make sure your numbers are there. You're financially stable. Your sales are at a positive level that you're very happy with. You have to make sure that you have the reviews, you have the testimonials, and you're showing the numbers on a weekly basis or really on a daily basis and proving yourself to the industry, to consumers, that you're a strong player in the physical product business with what you're offering. So at that time, then you want to introduce a product. Don't go heavy, don't go crazy and start ordering way too many products than you actually need. Again, you really want to gauge the amount of sales that you did with that initial great selling product, and then look at that and saying, well, now I'll introduce this product. And I think you'll be very, very successful doing it that way.
Mm-hmm. Great advice. I love that. That's what we do. Also, it's really important to make sure, and we see this is where a lot of people really struggle, is to make sure that you surround yourself with the right people. You really need to make sure that you're keeping up to date with the latest tools, information, customs, shipping. Things are always changing.
You have to have, as Karen mentioned, surrounding yourself a team of people that you work with. Not necessarily a team within your own company, but people you can reach out to. People like us, real people who have been doing this for over 3 decades, for over 30 years. We've worked with entrepreneurs and retailers and mass merchandisers and chain stores. We've actually been in the trenches working with logistics companies and customs brokers and manufacturers around the world. So again, very important, so you're getting the real information to make your business successful.
So you want to make sure that you surround yourself with like-minded entrepreneurs, because you're going to learn from them as they will from you. We do this even to this day. We surround ourselves with people just like us. Like Neil had mentioned, we are very involved with customs and shipping and other product entrepreneurs who do the same things. And they offer so much training that we learn tons from them as they learn from us. And it helps us, even to this day, avoid a lot of costly mistakes. You may never know what you may be up against. So it's better to prepare and have a team supporting you when you need it. And finally, please, please, please don't make this mistake. Don't regret not starting. It is never too late to start an online product business. We have seen incredible success with people who have been selling products online, people who are looking just to add a few $1,000s a month extra to their bank account, or people who want to leave their current jobs and start a business and create a full-time revenue stream. We have helped many entrepreneurs reach their goals to 6 and 7 figures in revenue. So my point is, if you're thinking about starting, don't make the mistake by walking away now. Don't let your fears or your what ifs fog your vision. The opportunity is still hot. Just take action and start. Don't make the mistake of not starting. So if you need a little boost and some inspiration to get started, visit us over on our website at www.privatelabeluniversity.com. We have a ton of free content. You can sign up for our free 5-day boot camp to private labeling. It will definitely give you the tools to get started. And as well, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. We offer a ton of information here too. Want to stay connected? Join us over at the Private Label University Facebook group, a great place to meet product entrepreneurs like yourself. So thanks for joining us, and just know we are here to help you grow.